Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, Vig Says Creates. It's Terry. Today's video is part of a YouTube hop sponsored by TLC Designs. They sell a range of lovely digital images that you can purchase and then print off and colour to your heart's delight. So I'm really happy to be involved in this month's hop, and I'll share a little secret with you. I've never used a digital stamp before. I'm not too techie. I'm not techie, but I don't have like the programs on my computer and stuff like Photoshop to resize things and stuff. So I enlisted the help of my techie hubby to do that for me. I've actually printed off 2 copies, and I think I'm going to mount. Once coloured, I'm going to mount this onto like a 6x6 card. So I've got 2 copies. One's got a little blemish, unfortunately, on there, but hey, we can always add a Nuvo drop on there. So I printed off 2 because I'm either going to colour up 2 and decide which I like the best, or just start off with 1, and if I like that then I'll just use that, and then the other one is a spare to use in the future. So I'll show you a handy little trick actually that I picked up from Kathy Zielski in one of her recent videos. She used a specific die set perfectly designed for the function of like it's like a tag and then thin strips, so that she could swatch out all of her Copic markers. So because I've recently invested in Copic markers, I've done the same myself, and it's really handy because you can just sort of flick through and think, well, what sort of colours would I like to use? You can see what you're drawn to, and then you can also say like, oh, okay, if I feel like using orange, you know, like these are all my like oranges. And I've also learnt that colours in the next family over blend quite well. So I just need to figure out what colours I want to use really. I'm kind of feeling a bit drawn to like peachy colours. So in this image we've got these 2 florals here, and then these 2 florals here, and then obviously different leaves, which different types of foliage, which could be coloured in different shades of green or not, you know. As we know with creating, things don't have to be coloured in naturalistic colours, which is one of the things I love about creating. But I think I am quite drawn to these peachy tones, so bearing that in mind, let's have a little dive in. I think I'm going to go with, now obviously because this is a part of a hop, it's going to be a short video, 10 to 12 minutes, so you're not going to see all the colouring. I'm going to show you a bit of colouring, and which might be helpful for you if you're relatively new to alcohol marker colouring or you haven't done it before. So I'll just include a bit of that, and then show you the final card. So I am thinking that because I'm drawn to these peachy colours, I'm going to go for R00, R02 and R05. So because they're all in the same colour family, they should work well together. R00, R02 and R05. So that should give me enough of a range so that I get some nice depth and dimension, and then I can always add in a darker colour like R17 or something with a bit more grey in. So I'm gonna go straight in. So the way I like to colour is to do a light layer first, and then go in with my, well, I'll change it up a bit to be honest. Go in with my darker colour, which would be here. Be a bit of shadow there, and then my mid-tone, blend that out. And then blend that out again with the lighter tone. See, we've got a bit of a harsh line there, which we don't want. So these petals are sort of going like that, but the other way. The lightest area in this would be around here. And this would be darker. I like to do this with my pens, actually have all the tops off and then just alternate between them. Right, so there's 2 petals coloured, and so you can pretty much see. I'll just do one more. I'll do this one because it's in quite a bit of shadow. Oh, I forgot to go in my lightest colour, didn't I? That's okay. Still works the same. And it's fine to go back as many times as you need to. Another thing actually to say is that I didn't know, I wasn't sure whether I would be able to use my alcohol markers to colour these digital images, because we've just got like a regular bog standard printer, home printer with cheap ink, my husband informed me, but I'm really happy. This is Neenah Solar White, you know, the special cardstock that I reserve for special things, and it's printed beautifully, so I'm really happy with that. Another thing I wanted to say about the hop, I think there's about 12 or 13 of us participating, so they're all going to be short videos, and people got to choose which image they wanted to colour. So you know, there's going to be a wide variety of different images and different modes of colouring, so I really hope that you'll follow along in the hop. It's a hashtag driven hop, so that, as you will have noticed, there's a hashtag in the title and there'll be a hashtag in the description box below. So if you click on that hashtag, it'll show you everyone involved in the hops videos, so you can just follow along over the next couple of days at your leisure, and I really hope you do, because Team Tiny is so fantastic and such a supportive little community. I'm now going to turn the camera off and continue on with my colouring, doing exactly as I just have been, and I'll be back in a few moments with the completed card. See you in a mo. And here we go, my friends, back with the completed card. So I had great fun colouring up this gorgeous image. It's so pretty and it was a joy to colour. I just continued on with my Copics the way that I had shown you. And then I decided that I wanted to turn it into a sort of rustic looking card. So I made myself a card blank. I've got some 12 by 12 sheets of craft card. I used some Pistachio Green Classic Card from Tonic Studios. I really love this colour, and I thought it went nicely with the colours. I distressed the edges with this wonderful little tool that I've recently discovered from Crafter's Companion, which has got like little tiny blades in there, and you just run it along the sides. I also added some distress ink in antique linen to the edges to give it that sort of distressed, aged look. And then I added a few different types of drops for embellishments. So I used these Ranger enamel accents, and it's called Cheese Puff. And I've obviously only just freshly applied these, but once these dry, they look pretty much the same. They dry really beautifully actually, and really shiny. I used some Nuvo jewel drops, which again they dry sort of clear but with just a hint of colour, and this one is peach sorbet, because obviously there's a bit of peach here. And then I've used a different type of Nuvo drop, the vintage drops, which add a matte finish, and I've just added those just on over the black dots on some of the areas. So with these sorts of bits of foliage, obviously there was some bits to colour and then the other bits were black, so I sort of coloured over them in pink to tie in with these areas, and then I've just gone over with that. So I think you'll still be able to see the black through, but just have a bit of a subtle purple matte finish on top. So there we go. That's all finished. Oh, I also, with this sentiment, I got my husband to put it all onto one long strip for me. I was intending it initially to sort of have it going across the page, but then when I was thinking of the composition, I didn't want to cover up any of the image. I couldn't find a suitable place, but because there's this nice area of white space, or there was, at the top of the card, I decided to cut it up and put it there. I think that's lovely. Like this card, you're one of a kind. Who wouldn't like to receive that card? So thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you spending your valuable time in hopping along and watching my video. If you like this, feel free to have a mooch around my channel, and if you like what you see, then it'd be great if you'd consider subscribing, and if you like the video, please use your thumbs and give me a thumbs up. That's all from me today. Please do hop along and see what other fabulous creations the rest of the Team Tiny members are going to come up with. I know I will, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what they come up with. So that's all from me today. See you and speak to you soon with some more crafty goodness. Bye for now.